So I was thinking of the story tonight. I swear that I've talked about this before. If you can find this story in one of my previous videos and point that out to me, I will send you a prize. No joke, I will send you a prize. But I looked through, I couldn't find it, so here it is. Back in 1994, a movie called Pulp Fiction came out. And this group of kids that I was hanging out with all wanted to go see Pulp Fiction. So, it's a Friday night and, looking for something to do. Let's go to the movies. And I had to convince this group of 7 to 8 16 or 17-year-olds to go see Junior instead of Pulp Fiction. Junior is the movie where Arnold Schwarzenegger is a doctor who becomes the first man to get pregnant, and Danny DeVito is his co-star. I don't know what he does, I forget. But it was kind of like, people liked Twins because it was the two of them together. And this was a follow-up to that, even though it was a different story. And I was like, hey, we should go see Twins. No, not Twins. We should go see Junior, where Arnold Schwarzenegger impregnates himself. Over Pulp Fiction, one of the most classic movies of my lifetime, certainly. It took a lot of convincing, but I got everyone to go see Junior instead of Pulp Fiction. And the whole time, even I'm sitting there through this movie oh wow, this is bad, and people are gonna be mad because I made them go see this. It came out in 1994, September 23rd or something like that. So it would have been just before I would have turned 17. So I think I don't think it was because I was afraid, it was, we were trying to sneak into an R-rated movie because we were under 17. I think I could have actually legitimately seen it, and maybe it wasn't the first week it came out, but maybe a couple weeks after that. It was starting to get a bunch of buzz, and people were like, hey, let's go see this really violent movie. So I don't think it was for fear of getting in trouble or anything. I just straight up wanted to see a comedy starring Arnold Schwarzenegger where he makes himself a pregnant man. Action star Arnold Schwarzenegger in a comedy about a man, having swollen ankles and all that kind of stuff. So I'm not friends with those people anymore. I want to make that clear. That was the last time I was able to hang out with that group of people. Most of them. Did not make a good impression on them. But we all saw Pulp Fiction anyway, It was like, what's the big deal? In fact, I think I saw it in the theater maybe a week or two after that. So you're high school kids. That's all there is to do. You go bowling or you go see a movie. That's it. So I delayed it by a week or two for some of you spoiled little 16-year-olds or 17-year-olds. I don't know. Still a good movie. It's still an experience. And then I gave you guys a story to be like, oh hey, Pulp Fiction, that's a classic movie. Do you remember seeing that in the theaters? And they can be like, funny story. Funny story. So I went to go see Junior instead. It's a good, what? I think that's unique. I think the ability at a young age to take an entire group of people who are dead set on doing one thing and convincing them of the opposite, that shows leadership skills. It also, it doesn't really show anything else. It's just kind of being a troll. That was before, being a troll was a real thing. I don't know. Maybe I started that. Maybe I started trolling people. It's cool though. I feel like I've said this story before. I feel like I've sat here in this chair and explained this thing, but I went through all of these videos, couldn't find, didn't search for it. I searched Arnold, I searched Junior, I searched Pulp Fiction. I couldn't find it. If I said, you know what? If you find that video, I got a prize for you.